week
What
ago.
did I say
Talk
3
about what we
months
talked
ago?
about 3 months ago. Don't leave it out, bro. Just tell the whole truth.
What
Make
did
mama
I
proud.
say? Just
Make mama
post it.
proud. Tell the whole truth. Go back a few months ago when you said Sam's off limits.
Post it then.
Go back. Don't lie,
Just
Harley.
post it. I never said he's off limits, dude. He's not off limits. Did I tell you can't train with Sam?
Do I gotta go read the text, Sam?
Do I gotta go
read the
train
text?
with Sam?
Sam, look, Sam, do you want to confess or do you want me to confess on your behalf?
No, you were going to train with Sam.
Sam, do you want to confess or do you want me to confess on your behalf? What do you want to do?
What?
Do you want me to read the text or do you want to read the text?
Yeah, read the text. You could read the text.
Okay, here we go. If you're gonna lie, I gotta call you, dude. Sorry. You coming here saying weird shit.
It's not. Listen, it's not weird. My point.
It's weird.
My point is it's bigger. It's bigger than me. It's bigger than you. It's bigger than the YouTube drama. It's for a charity that's important to me. The fight is happening. The event is still for charity. It's still a good thing. And no, nothing we're gonna say is gonna take that away. So I'm
now you're scared.
You did your training, and that's great. And I'm glad that you're gonna fight in something again.
Guys, time out for a minute.
No,
can we just read the text so we can get to the
bottom? No, let me read this. Let me read it.
Yo, let him read the text. Let him read the text.
He could post it.
Let me read the text.
I've gone beyond what I should.
Let me read the text. Let me read the text.
No, Harley, don't go yet, because I want to promote your charity.
You need to give your charity a shout, Harley.
Here we go. No, let's keep it true.
It's a charity for MS.
Let's go through. Here we go. So Sam is off the table for your next doc. Here we go. If it's tied to creator clash, yes, iDubbbz is not down. Sam did hit him a little dirty. He feels and publicly dissed his wife, wants nothing to do with him. Even denied him buying spectator tickets to last event.
Oh, shit.
You remember that?
Yes, that's public. Everyone knows.
If it's tied to creator clash, yes, iDubbbz is not down.
Why didn't you just talk about that before? You're tweeting about Hassan and 9/11 now? That shit's old, dude. I'm catching you up. I caught you up about the creator clash.
No, you didn't catch nobody up, Harley. This is called lying.
Harley, wait.
The truth
You're lying. You ain't catching nobody up.
He knew
Gentlemen,
you were going to train at Rhode Island. You didn't get
Okay. Wait. Calm down for a second.
One at a time, gentlemen. One at a time. Come on. Let's try to get this to a good spot.
Yes,
Is there?
I am a diplomatic person. I'm a diplomatic.
And you're a liar.
I'm a diplomatic person. I go to Creator Clash. I trained with Sam. And I saw what happened after Creator Clash. I like both those people. So he asked me if I'm filming a documentary. Not with him if it's tied to Creator Clash. Guys, is it new to anyone in here that iDubbbz thought he did him dirty? Is that news? Because it was news to Froggy. That's why I told him that. That wasn't like some gotcha moment,
What are you
guys.
talking about? That wasn't news to me, bro. Everybody knows about their beef. Who do you think you are? You think you're the only news station in the U.S.?
Their beef is a public thing.
Everybody knows about that. You weren't informing me. You were just telling me that he was off limits.
So then you knew.
You said he was off limits. I asked Sam off limits. Dude, just stop lying,
Did I say
bro.
he was off limits to you?
You said he's off limits.
To you?
If it's
he's off limits to you? No.
Can I read your text, please?
Neither of us did. I wouldn't say it.
Can I read your text?
You're
Let me read your
allowed
text.
to train with him.
Harley. Hold up. I have
guys, go on mute. So guys, go on mute. Go on mute so we can ask one at a time so we can try to get to the bottom of it.
Wait, let me just say something real quick, because Harley or Froggy, is it true? You asked Harley in a message. You said basically, is it okay if I train with whatever his name is? Sorry, I'm blanking now. But is it okay if I train with Sam? Is it okay if I train with Sam? And then he basically said, no, you can't train with Sam because of the thing with iDubbbz. Is that true? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that's true.
Okay, so Harley, then why are you now saying that's not true?
That's not what Harley said.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Go.
Who's the Irish guy? That is what Harley said. Go back and read it again. Go back and listen again. Who's the Irish guy? Okay, go back and listen again.
Let Dominic speak. Let him say what I said.
What Harley said was, hey, yeah, my next documentary is probably not going to be involved with Sam if it's involving the creator clash, because that's just the whole thing. He never said, Ian said you can't ever train with him.
Do you understand text? If it's tied to creator clash, yes, iDubbbz is not down.
Can I say something without being interrupted?
Jesus Christ.
Go ahead, Harley.
iDubbbz knew that froggyfresh was going to train with Sam. He knew that. That's okay. He was fine.
No, he wasn't.
Well,
Liar
did he
again. No, he
message you?
wasn't. Liar, 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 liar.
Can I move us off this and just ask another question? Because I feel like this has been going on for a while, and although I think it's funny,
I just want to say, I'll tell you right now, like, you are
go
allowed,
on.
he was allowed to train with him. I was allowed to train with him. I personally chose to not do the documentary because I like both of those people and I didn't want it to be sticky. I like Froggy Fresh. I was very excited for him to be a part of this event. I can't express to you, if I could show you the messages, I was very excited for him to be a part of it. I'm sad it didn't work out. And I know I touched on a nerve when I stated the fact that, like, if you really put yourself in his shoes, it's like he doesn't have to do anything or
Okay.
owe anything to anyone. And
But
this
Harley,
is still,
but it is,
and I
it is-
came in because people were bashing Creator Clash. It's still for charity. And
Wait, but let's
even,
just
even if
charity.
I were
but
not,
why
even if
would
I
we?
were not a part of it, it's important to me because we're committing to a charity that's important to me.
Harley,
People,
Harley,
you
shouldn't you
understand
be
that, but
saying
you're
that to? Shouldn't you be saying that to iDubbbz and Anissa?
yeah, you're getting
that
mad
this is
at the
for
people.
charity?
You're
Wait,
getting
saying
mad.
Why
at.
would you
what?
say it to the fans? They're the ones that made this happen.
Harley, it's Anissa's fault that if
Yeah,
anybody,
it's
it's
not-
anybody's fault that this event loses support. If it's anybody's fault that that charity doesn't make as much money, it's because Anissa can't swallow her pride and just accept
Yes.
what was said. Like Harley, you're saying, oh, if you talk shit to my wife, so Harley, do you really consider that what even Froggy said, even like talking shit? He said, if I win, I'm gonna buy her OnlyFans, a public OnlyFans that's still up. Is that even talking shit?
That's
He's
so
gonna support
light.
her business. He's supporting her business.
I personally cannot speak for anyone, and I won't speak for anyone. So I'll just say,
Bro,
like,
but if you can't
for
even
me,
speak on if that's
can I say
offensive, I mean,
for
come
me?
on, right?
Can I say for me? So it's only what I would do is, dude, Creator Clash last year was great. It got a lot of tickets. There was a lot of support. I'm working on this with my wife. We've raised over $1 million for charity. This still is not about getting the bag. It's a different beast. And I'm sorry, but I don't want to be in a locker room with you. I don't
Harley,
like
you
what you
talk
say.
more
I
shit
don't like
to
None of that
Game Grumps
addresses
than
maybe,
Game
anything.
Grumps
listen, maybe
guys.
this is why
Harley,
I'm not.
there's
This is
nobody
why
in
I'm
here
not.
that would disagree. Wait. Everyone wait. There's nobody in here that would disagree with what Harley just said, that the first Creator Clash was amazing, that a lot of money was raised for charity, a lot of good was done. No one would disagree
Yeah, we
with
all
that.
agree with that.
We all agree with that. That's not the point. Them removing Froggy Fresh off this event has hurt the charity. Froggy Fresh did not make that decision. They did.
You don't know that.
What?
You don't know that. You don't know the
You
decision.
think Froggy
I just
Fresh?
want
What
to
are you
say.
You think
talking
Froggy
about?
Fresh made the decision to get off the card?
No,
Oh,
I'm
come
sorry.
on, dude.
I spoke right in the middle, and you guys didn't know what I was responding to. But I'm just saying, like, we don't know how much money it's going to raise right now. We have no idea. If we want to go and talk about like what it could or couldn't do, last year's Creator Clash, leading up to it, I was like, what's going on with this? It doesn't feel like a KSI event. And then the event happened, and I was like blown away. I was blown away because
Right.
it was something special.
Okay,
To be
Harley,
honest, and I
if
just
you
want to say,
look,
I just want to say, right now, it feels like kind of the same vibe. There's people being like, I don't know, it's not hyped up. We're not seeing a lot of things, whatever. But it's for a good cause. People come out and support that, and I'm
not
I'm
addressing
bitter
what we're
that
asking,
there's.
Harley, though.
Oh, what am I missing?
Harley,
So,
basically,
we're
yes,
saying, isn't it iDubbbz and Anissa's? Aren't they the ones to blame for hurting the potential charity aspect of this by kicking Froggy off the event? That's what we're talking about.
It's just a very difficult thing to quantify what you're talking about. Like, we look on Twitter and people are mad. Were they people that were going to get it? Were they people that are excited about it? I don't know. And you could look at things like what it could have been. And
Do you think they're being petty though?
Harley,
It's definitely hard to quantify. I agree. And just because like a couple people on Twitter are like, I'm not going to do it anymore or whatever, it doesn't mean it's going to be like a significant like loss or whatever, but it definitely doesn't help.
Harley,
By any means.
I
definitely think.
I don't want to be annoying about it, but it's like, well, all that stuff caused up so much press, and then there were people that were like, I didn't even hear about it, and then they got tickets. So how are you going to add and subtract from these make-believe scenarios and numbers that we can't actually quantify?
Well, Harley,
all I want to say is this. Everyone's talking like iDubbbz is like all L's lately, quote unquote. Truth is, he's ascended. This is a guy that I think has ascended. He's raised $1.5 million. That's like,
Bro,
that's
none
way,
of that
feel
is
like you
that's a
impressive
already
to
big
us.
starting to
We're talking about the
evolution.
overshare.
internet,
That's a
dude.
big
You don't,
evolution compared to like making like a 30-minute
bro.
And Harley,
TikTok
now he's
routine
descending
star.
right back down. He's going
Guys,
all
we
the way
gotta
back
go.
Bro,
down.
we're
He's
talking
But,
about
spiraling.
the
but
internet,
he's
dude.
not.
Just
But
because
he's
he's
not
being
because it's
successful
still
somewhere.
happening. It's still for charity. The guy's still going to go train and box and then sit to a bunch of fucking YouTubers like have their issues with this boxing match coming up and all of our concerns. He handles all that stuff. Anissa handles all that stuff. I rallied for a charity. They're supporting the MS Society, and that's very important to me. So when people are here and they're like, damn, all this got dirty, done off a tweet, I'm like, yeah, it's sticky. It's really
Harley,
sticky. And
All
hold
right,
on.
guys,
What
can
an
I say
everybody on
amazing
something,
stage.
bro?
dismissal of criticism, bro.
Sticky.
Like you're just
It's
dismissing
sticky. It's
everything because
ugly.
it's for
Everybody on
charity.
stage.
Like what are
Just
you
let me
talking
finish
Everybody
the
on
about?
point.
stage.
It's
For
sticky and it's
everybody on
ugly.
stage, if
And
you want to talk, put your hand up. If you want to talk, put your hand up. We got to go one by
Yeah.
one with this.
I was in the middle
All
of
right. If
speaking.
you want to talk, put your hand up. Nick, you're first. Go ahead.
What was Harley finishing something?
Yeah,
All right, I'll go after.
I was. Oh, am I still on?
Oh no, I'm just saying you can finish your thing, then I'll ask a question.
Oh, I was saying it's still happening. It's still for charity. It's still important to me. It's sticky. I know and like all of the players involved in this drama. Like I know all of them. It's sticky and it's ugly, but like it's still for charity. When I think about it, guys, like it's bigger than the content that'll be made about this. It's bigger than the drama that each of them have. This is something that it's just bigger than all of it. It's bigger than the boxing event itself. Last one raised $1.5 million. This one, the charity
Yeah, we
that's
got
important to me is part of it. So
Okay.
I got excited that people are bashing it like, let's boycott the charity thing because some drama happened that you don't know the whole picture about. We all don't.
Okay, Nick, go ahead. Nick, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, I just want to clarify something. Like you mentioned drama and then like drama creators and stuff, and that's who we are, obviously. I just want to point out that we're doing this space right now, and we're not like the people cultivating this discontent towards Creator Clash. If you go to Creator Clash's tweet, you could see a billion different arguments in the quote tweets of all these other people who are also kind of upset with the event. So I agree with a lot of the other people on here that they're saying like this is caused by whether it's insecurity, whether it's Sam Hyde, a poor decision 3 weeks out, damaging their relationship with a fighter who spent the time, put in all the training. And I think that although I believe your charity was MS, let me specify that if anyone's donating, MS is
MS
one
Society.
that you should donate.
MS Society.
MS Society. MS Society. The point is, none of us here are against charity. None of us here want to see a charity event fail because of charity. We feel bad for Froggy. We think Froggy got screwed. And I think there's a justifiable discourse around that, even if it just sounds like a bunch of drama channels squawking in a space.
Wasn't disrespecting drama channels. It's probably the main thing that I watch on YouTube. I'm familiar with almost everyone in this room right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to Augie next, but before I do, I just want to say this: all the people that are upset about this are the same people that are going to we're planning to buy in Creator Clash. I can tell you that for a fact. Everybody in this like commentary community, Nicholas Diorio, Willie, Augie, and all their fans, Pat God, we all buy Creator Clash. We all watch Creator Clash. We're supportive of this event. Those are the people that I'm seeing that are upset. We just had Tom in here a little while ago who bought 8 tickets to go to the event, who now wants a refund. So it's not necessarily manufactured fake, anger. I mean, these are people that actually were planning to support this event. Go ahead, Augie.
Yeah, I just want to clarify again, like with the charity point, like when I hear you bring up this point about charity, I just see it as like just a dismissal of the criticism that's at play here and just like basically limiting it all to, oh, it's drama channels, just,
Totally.
hungry for content. And it's like, well, it's not just about content. Keem just mentioned it. Basically, these are real damage. These are real people that feel like somebody got fucked over.
From me. You're right.
It's
Like,
not,
when I said it sounded condescending and I didn't mean it that way. I was trying to just illustrate the point that like maybe someone was promoting boxing, maybe there was going to be content coming from not everyone, but I was just trying to, and it did come off like as if I was like, you guys are just trying to milk this thing. To be honest, you guys are the ones who sell the tickets also. All together, all the conversation around it, good and bad, sells the tickets. I wasn't trying to downplay it, and I know it sounded like that.
Okay, we're gonna go to Willie.
Yeah, I think with the first Creator Clash, I loved it. I thought the event was awesome. I think I covered it on Drama Alert actually, and yeah, and when it comes to the event, I know it'll be good. The second one I'm pumped for. I got my ticket for it. I'm pumped to meet everybody, but at the end of the day, we're talking about some really light trolling on the internet, and iDubbbz has taken his share, like his fair part in that, and Anissa's done it before too. And you did it last year to the Ego Raptor guy way harder than Froggy did to anybody. So it's just, I'm not criticizing the charity. I'm going, is there a way we can rethink this decision? Is there a way we can maybe like go back on it? Because it doesn't seem that bad. It seems a little silly. That's all I was saying.
Could I follow up on kind of what Willie is saying and ask Harley a question like, why aren't the fighters upset at the organizers, going to the organizers being like, what are you guys doing? Like, get this guy back on the card. This is hurting the event. Like, their decision is hurting the event. What Froggy put on Twitter was not hurting the event, in my opinion. I didn't see people saying, I'm not going to buy Creator Clash because of Froggy's tweets. I seen them saying that because they kicked him off the card.
What Froggy said on Twitter actually made me want to go to the event. I actually learned about the event through Froggy, and seeing him say that, I was like, okay, I want to watch this guy fight. He actually sold me a ticket.
I'm like literally like since it happened, I've been having a hard time with it. I didn't like yelling with Tyler just before. I very much like this person. I enjoyed spending time with this person when I was with them. I've been a fan of this person. I was very excited that Tyler's a part of it, and having trained with Sam also, I liked that too. I liked that also. And I'll be honest, the second the tweet went out, I was like, oh, weird.
I feel like we're all. I feel like we're all
like weird. Are you guys married? I'm not married, but like, just like, if I was gonna be cutting you a check and involving you in my thing, I would just imagine you wouldn't just take a shot at my wife. And I'm not married, and I think everyone here can also like kind of appreciate like, not taking shit, like don't fuck with my family type vibes. And it's like, yeah, don't talk about my wife. Don't talk to my mother-in-law.
But Harley,
wait.
I can't speak for everyone. I made that up, guys. I made that up, and I'm not putting on Creator Clash. You know me. I fumbled the ball handling a team of people, so maybe I'm not the best example of this. I'm like perhaps an example of a failure of someone trying to manage multiple people. So maybe they're better than me at that. I don't know. But like my thought is like, that's not that crazy to be like, man, don't talk shit about my wife. I don't.
Harley, I feel bad that we're like putting you as the representative of Creator Clash, because that's definitely not your role. So I'm sorry for that. It's kind of like a gang on you because it shouldn't be. But we're gonna go.
I came here. I shouldn't have come here, but I felt bad about like all the players and how it's getting built up. And like, I know I speak to iDubbbz and Anissa. I very much like working with these people. These are very good people to work with. And iDubbbz is someone who I've watched his evolution from where he was and where he's at now. And I'm not one of the people that agree with a lot of the videos that I consume. I watch a lot of videos. Like, I'll leave comments on some videos sometimes being like, I don't know if I really see it that way. Particularly about iDubbbz. I hear the hate. I don't agree with the hate that I hear about him.
That makes sense.
Creator Clash is a good thing.
I appreciate you giving your opinion though and coming on though, like you have, because you've literally jumped on to like a 5-on-1 shit.
Yeah,
you've done great.
Let's let Froggy talk. Go ahead, Froggy.
By the way, Harley, check DMs real quick.
As far as me being disrespectful to Ian's wife, when I say that I'm going to subscribe to her OnlyFans, which is going to put $15 a month probably in her pocket. And to say that that's disrespectful, and to have Anissa's mom calling me an imp, saying that I got brain damage because I was going to support her daughter's career, and you're telling me that's why I done something wrong when this woman is out here on Twitter bashing me, saying that I can't think straight no more.
Fair point. Harley, is there a response?
I mean, the words selected are particular. I didn't say exactly that, and like I said, I can't speak for anyone or what was said. But like, if I spoke about someone, and this is the honest truth, guys, once a month, I call up my mom and I'm like, I love you, and you're right. You're right. But that shit you just posted, delete it immediately. Deleted it. I can't explain to you why. I need it gone. And I have this with my mom once a month. Like, if I were held to whatever my mom decides to post, like, it would be crazy. And I know that happens. So that's why I literally, on her own personal Facebook, this literally happens. It actually happens. So, I mean, I can't speak for what anyone said. And I don't remember the exact back and forth.
Okay.
But I
Okay.
just
Let's
remembered
let
when it
Froggy
started, and I was
respond.
like, okay, that's a weird thing. That was weird to me.
Okay,
But
Froggy, go ahead.
So what you're saying is like her mom was right. I'm an imp, but she should delete it.
see, that's the words that I was talking about. Like, I would never say that the mom was right. You're an imp. I would never.
I mean, she kind of is, but I wouldn't say it out loud either. That's
Okay,
Froggy got
can I just
jacked.
ask a question really quickly? Harley, as someone who's saying that obviously you're Froggy's friend, whatever, you've been with each other in real life, do you feel personally, like in your actual beliefs, that there's been an injustice at some level done to Froggy here? Do you feel like he's been wrong? Do you feel like this is not fair to him?
I think if you do something and you want a reaction and you get a reaction, that's expected. Now, is it really outlandish to anyone here that has a wife? I don't know. If you have a wife, if you were putting on an event and someone bashed your wife, you're gonna take that? You're gonna let them?
But
You're
but
gonna let them?
Harley,
Hold on.
Harley,
You're gonna let them come in your locker room, sit next to you while you're getting ready for a fight, and then cut them a check? Like you're gonna let them
Harley.
be a part of it when you know
I thought this was for charity.
Wait, but
it
hold
is,
up,
and
hold up.
it's a golden opportunity for anyone that gets to take part, and a lot of people get to take part, and we're all so lucky. Like this whole YouTube thing, like for me to be doing this, I get on this stage and I'm doing this boxing, and there are people that spend their whole life boxing, and I get to be a silly ass YouTuber and go out there and play pretend for a night for a good cause. It's like a magical thing. It's so cool, and like iDubbbz knows that. And maybe, I'm not speaking for him, I literally don't know, but like maybe he just didn't want to give that magical moment to someone who talks shit about his wife. That's not that crazy.
Really quick.
Yeah.
If your wife had an OnlyFans and I were to go on Twitter and say that I'm going to go subscribe to your wife's OnlyFans, would that be me bashing your wife? Honestly.
That's a disingenuous argument,
Yes,
bro. Come
thank
on,
you.
like
Thank you.
but you know that like the issue isn't that he said I'll subscribe to the OnlyFans. We all know that she's sensitive, that she and Ian are sensitive about this thing. That's not the
It
issue.
wasn't
But you know
even
what? I
the point
disagree.
is
I disagree with you,
the
Don.
point is the way it was worded in the context of the joke was subscribing to it was the punishment. So that's the disingenuous part. Is we're removing the whole part where it's not like, yo, actually her OnlyFans is fire, let's subscribe. I bet you he'd still be on the card, and her mom wouldn't have said anything if that's
No,
what he
I
tweeted.
heard the only.
But that's
I
not
heard
what it
that.
was. It was
Listen,
like the
let me talk
joke
to you.
was that his punishment will be to subscribe to it. So that's when I was kind of like, oh, that's weird. It's like a weird
No,
thing. I don't know, but whatever. Maybe I'm old. Maybe I'm out of touch.
I was talking. The punishment is spending $16 a month. I heard that her OnlyFans was fire, but to stretch my wallet like that, that's the punishment.
Yeah,
You
I
should
just
have.
look, a guy saying he's gonna sub to someone's OnlyFans and support them, right? Like we
That's not what
get
he
the
said.
joke. We get the joke.
Yeah, but you
Everybody
just
gets.
changed it when you used it to like lead your sentence. You changed what the joke was.
We all get the joke, but it's such a lighthearted joke. Like, what are we talking about?
Sure. Or maybe, and I can't say, but I don't know. Maybe if I'm married, I'd be like, bro, like, don't talk shit about my wife.
Or don't support
But
my
dude,
wife's
you're
career.
describing him like he's Will Smith.
Can I speak on this,
Yeah,
bro?
yeah,
I mean,
it's true. It's true, except the context is a little different.
So there's a certain way you can support somebody's wife.
But you were saying that you would like. You were saying like, oh, if I lose, I'll go and support his wife. So otherwise, I wouldn't. Like if I win, like I'm expecting to, I would never support this.
Dude,
piece of
that's
shit.
like $15,
don't you
$16 a
guys
month.
think?
Do you just wipe your butt with $15 or $16 a month, Donahue?
Don't you
So
guys
what?
think though? Like Anissa isn't. Anissa's not like somebody. I get if you go after somebody's wife and they're not a public figure and all this shit. I totally get that, right? Anissa's very much involved in all the online shit. She's very much involved in all the shit talk.
Why is she the point of the joke? She's like taking. If I have a problem, if I wake up literally at 3 a.m., I swear, and I'm like,
Explain it to you.
if I wake up at 3 a.m. in cold sweats, and
Yeah.
I'm worried that I have this fight. And I literally went in the Discord and I was like, can I talk to you about the fight? I bet you Anissa will answer within 5 minutes. Like, this is
Harley,
a
let me
person who's
explain.
involved, who's dedicated to it. So, like, I don't get the context of even bringing her
Well, because
up
she's
in
talked
that
shit
Let
way,
me
about
as
give
you
you
if,
the
people
like,
too,
context.
as if,
Let me give
as
you the
if
so.
consuming
context.
her content
I
is a
got it.
punishment. When it's like, where does that come from? Why didn't you tweet about
Okay, Harley,
Chris
listen.
Raygun?
Harley, listen. You got to understand the context here, right? So Froggy Fresh is fighting Chris Raygun. Chris Raygun and Anissa used to have a podcast together, and the internet would always
Nah,
joke
brother, the
about
amount
those
of
two.
lore that you're collecting for this video thing to make this tweet work. No, you took a shot. You took a shot, and there was a shot
I'm not
back. And like,
collecting lore. This
Bro,
and
it
I
was a
don't know if
joke.
that's what it is. I don't know if that's what it is. And you're saying to me like it's a joke. Like that's. I'm just say that to me. And remember, once
no,
again, I'm an
Harley,
example
be
of someone that
quiet.
kind of failed
Harley,
at
I'm trying
keeping
to
a team
explain to you the
together.
joke so you get the joke.
No,
All right.
but no one's gonna get it that way. No one's gonna get it. I didn't know that. And you know how much I literally know all the creators that are talking right now. And I
Well,
don't
I
know.
knew the
I
joke
don't
right
know the
away.
lore you're spilling right now. And if I don't know, the main people don't know. Most
Well,
people are
do you
not
want me
gonna
to
know.
explain it to you? Do you want me to explain the joke?
Like, is it important if it's still like the main point is still dead, like in moot, that it doesn't matter what the actual joke is? It just sounds like to a layman, it sounds like he just went out and took a shot at her OnlyFans.
Well, let's hear the context.
Let me give you the context. All right. So he's fighting Chris Raygun. Chris Raygun used to have a podcast with Anissa. The internet would joke that those two were dating, like it's a joke. So he's talking shit to his opponent, right? And he's saying, if I lose to you, Chris Raygun, I'll sub to Anissa's OnlyFans, like playing a joke that those two are dating. That is the joke. It's a very lighthearted joke.
I thought it would change the context in some way. It doesn't change the context that her OnlyFans is still just a punishment. Like,
But
it's
it's
weird.
nothing. It's
It's
such a
weird. It's just weird,
meaningless
dude.
thing.
The guys they're putting you on. Why are you taking a shot at them? It's like so weird to like do that. I just thought it was so strange. But then again,
He's
this is
just
me.
joking that they're dating, like the internet has always said. It's like an ongoing joke. It's like it's nothing.
Okay,
So
yeah.
Harley, you don't think
Did no
people should be
one
able to
did no
just
one
like speak freely?
when that tweet happened, before anything happened, did everyone just look at that tweet and go by it like it meant nothing? Is that what happened? Am I crazy? Because when I saw that tweet, the second I saw it, I probably played it 6 times and I was like, what is going on here? I was like, why did he say that? No one, am I the only person in the entire internet that's everyone else? You guys just watched that and you were like, nah, a joke, and kept going. I was like,
I mean,
Froggy,
I think
Froggy's
most people
talking
just
about
laugh,
Anissa
dude.
OnlyFans. What's going on here? That's what I
It's
thought.
not really that deep.
It's not that deep.
Apparently it is. Apparently you have to know the fucking podcast from 3 years ago and that they were saying that they were dating. Like, apparently it is that deep. I had to get caught up on the lore from years ago. And we're like, it's not that deep. So either it is that deep or like
Dude,
it's not.
Harley, act like you didn't know Anissa and Chris Reagan had a thing. Pretend to
Swear
act like
on
you
my
didn't know that.
mother's life
Oh,
I
Harley,
didn't.
come on now.
Swear to God I did not. And I literally have followed Chris for like 6 years. So I don't know when the podcast, I did not know that. I promise you.
I mean, I knew that, but I mean, that's kind of my job to know the
You
internet and
can't
everything.
sense the
But
sexual tension when they're around each other?
No, see, but like, it's just weird timing. See, your timing and the joke is like what's weird, and that's what got you. Like that's
Okay, but Harley,
that's the thing. Like, do you know what I'm saying? It's
wait,
like,
wait. Can I
but
just say
Harley,
something real quick?
You say that's what got Froggy Fresh, but
well,
that's what
maybe if
got
that's what
Creator
I don't know.
Crash.
I can't confirm that. I can't speak for anyone. I'm not saying, but I'm just not surprised if that's the case. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Harley, can we just acknowledge the fact though that like it's Creator Clash, right? It's entertainers, right?
Yeah.
Froggy Fresh, he's made a career, his entire career. He's making jokes. He's making, edgy jokes and shit. Like that's what he does. That's why people like him. That's why people love him. That's why people want to go see him fight. You know what I mean? Like to come in here and try to strip all of these people of, say you can't be yourself, you can have your personality. And if you do, if you say something that annoys me, you're gone. No, but that's what you're saying. You're saying that he can't, you're basically that's what
no, don't talk
Creator
shit about the
Clash is
guy's
saying.
life. Now
I know, but
can say it's not that deep. Don't talk shit about his life.
Hey,
don't talk
shit
to his wife. And by the way, I'm a big fan. I've only come across you about 3 months ago, and it's just I want you to know I am a fan of your content, Pat God. But regardless, anyways, I think that it's not that deep in that case. Don't talk shit
If
about
it
his
is
wife.
called Creator Clash, then you got to support creators and you got to let creators be creators, right? It's called Creator Clash.
Yeah, but like if you're gonna go and you're gonna box and you gotta fight and you gotta also put on Creator Clash and you gotta also promo it
I
and
have
do
a
all
better.
that, you could kind of just run your event how you want to run your event. This is fucking America, bro.
But
You
I
can
have.
do
They put out
whatever
an
you
official
want
statement.
when you put on a show. And the fact that it's for a good cause, like that's still gonna happen. Like you could, and I know.
Okay, but they
Listen,
put out an official
this is
statement.
me,
Let me
and
read
this
this.
attitude has not worked out well for me. So maybe I'm not a good example of that. But like in
Harley, let me just read this.
in the hypothetical scenario, I'm like, bro, I'm boxing that night. Like I'm
Harley,
putting on
let
this
me
event.
read this for you.
Don't fuck with don't talk shit to my wife. Don't fuck with me. And this is my event, and I could do what I want.
Harley, let me read this to you. They tweeted it out. Creator Clash's goal is to make an inclusive and fun environment for creators and fans while giving back to charity. That has always been our mission, and Froggy Fresh's recent behavior does not align with that mission. We look forward to sharing a positive experience on April 15th. So, was he not being inclusive by his joke? Was it not a fun environment by his joke? Like they're bullshitting. Why can't we just be honest
I could be
and
honest
say
with
they're
you.
bullshitting?
There was a I just had a misunderstanding live with Froggy right now. I still believe that was a major misunderstanding, and I'm kind of choked that he thinks like maybe I came on here to attack him when that's not it. I like Froggy, like Sam, I like Ian, I like Anissa. And so there was a major misunderstanding where like I can tell you right now, I have no idea what they said to each other. I have no idea what they messaged each other, but I know that I tried to convey a point or two tonight and it got very discombobulated, and I think everyone saw it escalate very quickly as well. And I didn't mean for it to escalate personally, but my interaction with him was that. So I could only speak on my exact interaction. Maybe there was a similar experience to that. Maybe something was said between the two, and
really quickly. I gotta let Corby talk. Hands up, please. Right. Corby, go ahead.
No, I just to be fair, Harley, you're a wrestling guy, right? Obviously, because you're fighting John Morrison, right?
Yeah.
The greatest storyline in history is the promoter versus the babyface. And I think it would have been great promotion for this show to have Froggy be like the kind of the renegade type character. They could have worked this thing together and made it a big thing. I don't know. It could have been,
listen,
it could have helped promote this
if
thing.
you wanted to walk into WWE headquarters and make a joke about Vince McMahon's wife, you better be Hulk Hogan.
Well, they do it all the time. People always make jokes about Vince, about the.
If you're doing it in the camera, if like you're just doing it and it's not part of the thing and you just did it.
But it was part of the thing. It was part of promote. Like it was like, oh, I'm gonna beat him up and I'm gonna sub to the OnlyFans. It was part of the.
And sub to the OnlyFans, guys. I'm like seriously, I'm asking everyone. Like, can someone let me know? Did everyone just go by that tweet and not think anything of it? Did no one stop and be like, ooh?
But Harley,
do you not know the sweet drip of a tea? Like as it's about to percolate? Like, do you not know that? You are drama channels, and none of you saw that tweet and stopped.
Harley.
And we're like,
Harley, but you know what? You know what the thing is though?
Notifications on. Don't lie
Harley,
to me, guys.
I
know you all know because I knew.
Really quickly. You know you're talking about that sweet drip, right? That sweet drip. But that's what this is all about. That sweet drip. It's entertainment, Harley. That's what we all want. That's why everybody's buying tickets. That's why people go to this shit. That's why people care. It's for entertainment. They shouldn't have banned Froggy Fresh. They should have started a whole new storyline where he talks shit about Idub's wife and then he boxes Idub.
I don't want to be the annoying person and like bring up the annoying things, but when we talk about like what could be or couldn't be or who knows what, like, damn, it looks like this, whatever they're doing is getting the most people talking about it because this is the most I've been hearing about Creator Clash. So
I will just say
like,
this.
I know that's not it. And once again, I could never run this event. They run this event like fucking pros. They're good
well,
at it.
I can say this. I do run events and I work with a bunch of people that run events, and I guarantee I will get Froggy Fresh a fight. This is an injustice. It's unfair. When they banned Sam Hyde from the first Creator Clash, I made a vow that man will be on an event because they said he would never ever be on a respectable event, and he was on DAZN. And I will do the same thing for Froggy Fresh. This is not right.
Fine, but team,
Yeah, give me. Hold up. Give me
positive
iDubbbz in the
takeaway.
cage. Give me iDubbbz in the cage. I'll fight iDubbbz at 160 in the cage.
This is the positive takeaway: is he's going to get a boxing match lined up, and people are hyped to watch his boxing match, and I'll watch his boxing match. And Creator Clash is still going to happen, and still going to raise charity for something that's important to me. And I just want to come in here and say, like, I like Sam, I like Tyler, I like Ian, I like Anissa. I'm a person that has interactions with all of them, and I don't have a personal bad thing to say about any of them. But there are takeaways here. Like, nothing bad happened. Like, it got ugly, but nothing bad happened. Froggy's gonna get a boxing match.
What do you mean? Froggy's out of a fight.
No, he's not, bro. You're gonna step in.
I'm gonna step in, but he's still getting screwed. I'm going to step in, but he's still getting screwed.
I'm not downplaying that it's ugly and it sucks the whole situation. It's sticky for sure. But, like, he's going to get a fight.
And what if Keem didn't step in? What if Keem didn't step in? Then it wouldn't be all good.
Well, what if he didn't take a shot at his wife's OnlyFans? I don't know. Like, what if we were in a different universe? Doesn't matter.
And also, Keem's going to try to help him get a fight. You never know. Maybe DAZN say, oh, well, this is too much controversy. We don't want this guy. The fight hasn't been got yet.
I don't know if that would happen.
But you never know. Stranger things have happened. As of right now, Froggy Fresh doesn't have a fight coming up.
Keem, he doesn't have a fight? You can't make a fight happen?
I guarantee I will get him a fight. I guarantee.
There we go.
It.
So let's not play like pretend universe that doesn't exist. Here we go. Froggy's got a fight.
Yeah,
but
it's okay.
I get to see him watch.
It's okay if you got kicked out of your country because you can go to another country.
Yeah, I mean, look, Froggy makes a good point. Just because I'm going to step in and make sure he gets a fight, that doesn't mean what they did is right. Harley.
Sure, but just because we disagree,
it's okay
just because we disagree with what their choice was, doesn't mean that Creator Clash isn't still for a good cause.
No, Creator Clash is for a good cause. That's a good point, Harley. Fucked Froggy Fresh, so
but
people are still mad.
I think what we need to think about too is
he did a thing. He did something.
Yeah, but Harley, regardless,
random, he did something.
Harley, I think
I keep speaking like I keep.
But we're just the point is that we're saying he did nothing. That's where we disagree.
Well, no,
you
but
think he did something. We don't think he did anything.
Augie, I think also the point is too. It's like regardless if Froggy gets a fight or whatever, like what happens to Froggy's fight. I think one of the problems too is it shows that whoever's running Creator Clash, whatever's going on, there's some sort of problem going on, right? And I feel like it kind of calls into question the entire institution. And it makes people kind of be like, okay, like maybe we need to look at this and, fix these things up so maybe this doesn't happen again. You know what I mean? Like it's more of like fixing this. So, okay, he's going to get another fight, blah, blah, blah. Just put another Band-Aid on. But let's like actually fix this because no matter what you want to say, I think in a way it's going to hurt the event. It's going to cause people to not want to go. As we've seen, multiple people have come up here and they've already said they're going to revoke their tickets. They don't want to go now. They're standing with Froggy. The entire Twitter for Creator Clash is getting absolutely fucking nuked right now. Like,
yeah, the press is horrible right now.
Yeah. And a lot of this is press too. You know what I mean? Like it's people coming out to support these guys. But yeah, I really hope that it doesn't cause the charity to lose money. Like you said, it's all about helping the people. So, I really hope it does work.
Well, I think everyone that like refunds their tickets should spend that money on the charity because it's kind of like weird to like not if you were planning on giving that money to charity.
MS Society and I believe Froggy.
Ladies and answer. Sorry to talk over the charity. We have Gideon here. We're going to bring him up. He's got some questions on all this. I mean, this is wild. Like, at a time where the community should be coming together for a project like Creator Clash, this shouldn't be happening. This shouldn't have played out the way it did.
I mean,
like imagine if it gone the way it should have. I go in there and fight, and imagine if they're like Chris, go in there, smash him, you can win. I lose to Chris Raygon, Anissa gets another subscriber, and everybody wins more charity money.
Wait, did you say that you were going to subscribe if you won or lost?
No, if I lost. So they could have been like, Chris, this is only you. Win this fight, Chris beats me, I subscribe to Anissa, Anissa gets another subscriber, more charity money for everyone.
Yeah, we keep using that as the example. I can't say if that's actually what it was. We keep using that tweet as the point because remember, I was using me as an example, so I don't want anyone to forget that like for me, and I'm like maybe I'm a baby, but if you made that joke about my wife, I'd be like, I would call you up though. I'd be like, I don't know how I felt about that. Actually, I don't know if I like you talking about my wife in any way or focus on your opponent. Don't talk about my wife. We're focusing on making your fight happen.
She is a public figure, though. That's
Yeah,
kind
but
of
it's just
the difference,
weird.
right?
It's just a weird thing. Like, can
Yeah,
you
but she
not
puts herself out on
imagine?
the internet. Like,
Can you
what do you
not
mean?
imagine? Like, she's like you're like working with her, and it's like an uncalled for shot. The angle is weird, and apparently, I had to know the podcast from years ago to get that, but I didn't know the podcast, and I still don't get it. So it's just like it came out of a
Well,
weird,
dude, if she's this
random
insecure,
place.
she shouldn't do
But
OnlyFans. Then, if
remember,
I went to
we're
you and I
making
said like,
you're talking about my hypothetical wife, because I don't know the conversations that Tyler and
well,
iDubbbz had.
if your hypothetical wife made YouTube videos and I said, well, if you beat me, I'm gonna have to watch your wife's videos or something like that,
But
it
that's
wouldn't be
not
the
the
same. But it's
dynamic.
because it's OnlyFans.
No, but
That's
it is
not
what
the
it is because Harley,
But that's
Harley,
not.
like
But it's not
obviously
my
I
wife.
talk shit.
He's not boxing her husband. He's
But
boxing
Harley,
another
obviously, like
person. That's an
But
important part of the joke
Harley,
and the
can
connection.
I say something though? Can I say something?
Yeah.
If you did have a wife who did have an OnlyFans,
Yes.
would you be more mad at your wife because she putting the pictures on there, or me for supporting her?
I would, and I hardly understand the question, but I think I'm cool with both. But if you made a video and like you weren't boxing me and you made one about my wife and I was putting you on, I would be like, that's weird, bro. It's really weird.
But
That you
I feel
said,
like what they're saying, Harley, what they're saying, Harley, is
You
kind of like,
said that you were really bothered when someone predicted a particular person predicted you were going to lose your boxing match. Do you remember that? You were telling me about someone that you were really mad.
Yeah,
You were like, he
of
fucking
course.
said I
Yeah,
was
who
going to
wants
lose.
people to say they're going to lose? Obviously.
Yeah. Do you remember who it was?
Yeah, it was Cranky Gameplays.
Right. So, guys, everyone listening, Crank Gameplays made a video talking about his predictions. And I was with Tyler, and Crank Gameplays was like, yeah, I think Chris Raygun's going to beat Froggy. Froggy's going to lose that fight. And he so on and so forth went on continuing with his fight predictions. And Froggy told me this, and Froggy was very mad. He was like, fuck him. And I was like, why? He was like, he said I was going to lose. And I was like, well, yeah, but he did a prediction video. Like, that's normal. And he was like, nah, bro. Nah, it's not, though. You don't say I'm going to lose my fight. Like, you don't do that. I don't know you, bro.
Harley, when did I come from Boston? I don't talk like that.
I'm sorry, I'm doing a terrible impression, but he was like, nah, dude, you don't say that. You don't say I'm going to lose my fight. And I'm like, it's just a prediction. It doesn't matter. And he was like, nah, that's
but
not how
Harley,
I see
don't
it.
you agree?
Hold
Don't
on.
you agree though?
I was
It's
like,
one.
that's not how I see it. He was like, that's not how I see it. And I was like, well, did you say hi to him at the he was like, he didn't say hi to me at the boxing thing either. And I was like, oh, would you say hi to him? And he was like, nah, bro, he said I was going to lose my fight. Why would I say hi to him? And this was just like about a prediction video, and I don't think it was personal. And I think they're friendlier together, if I remember correctly. So it's normal that he said he would lose the match. But this was like just something where it got really
Keem, can you
heated
hear me?
and
Yeah.
escalated. And it
Hello?
was
Yeah,
really
yeah,
about,
we
it was
can
a
hear you.
non-issue.
1 minute.
Yeah, but Harley, don't you think there's a difference between getting mad at something and then doing a radical action based upon that? Like, it's fine if Anissa or her mom got pissed off at Froggy, whatever, but it's another thing for them to go and ruin everything he's been building up and take him off the card.
Yo, Froggy, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's good, bro?
Hey, man, Krispy Kreme,
What's
2012,
good,
back up in the house. I'm not gonna lie, bro, you were my childhood.
Let's go.
Hey, man, I know all your songs word for word, bar for bar.
So, Gideon, what are your thoughts with Froggy Fresh getting thrown off this event?
But I'm not gonna lie, man. Like, when I first heard that he was on, I got hella excited. I was like, "Oh shit, bro! This is like the second coming of Eminem. Like, I want to see what he got. I want to see some hands." And then, like, the moment I found out is like the same day that he got taken off, and I was like, "Damn."
Yeah, we're trying to get to the bottom of it now. It doesn't look like Froggy Fresh actually did anything.
What if he apologized? Like, if you apologize, would they put you back on? Maybe.
So I'm going to say apologizing for supporting her career. It seems weird to me.
What if we all go support her career right now? Maybe they'll.
Gideon, let me give you the latest update. All right, Creator Clash put out a statement, and it said something along the lines of Creator Clash's goal is to make it inclusive and fun. And Froggy Fresh's recent behavior didn't show that, or something like that.
Well, I mean, you guys should have already knew that what timing they were on after what they did to Sam Hyde. So I don't know why you guys are acting so surprised. You know.
Well, Harley's here to testify that there was no issue with him training with Sam Hyde.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying you guys should have already knew after what they did to Sam Hyde last year, that this is the timing that they be on. That's what I'm saying.
So should someone else be running like a creator clash event, or should they be in charge?
Well, I would say, like, I'm not gonna lie, iDubbbz is the biggest person on there, in my opinion.
Yeah, but what if Gideon ran his own creator clash type event? I would support that because I know you're not going to kick someone off for saying they're going to go sub to an OnlyFans.
Bro, man, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I got fucking people working at Walmart I gotta fuck with. Like, I don't got time to run no whole creator clash thing. But I feel like is it only iDubbbz in charge of it?
Him and his wife, yes.
I feel like that's the problem. It's creator clash, not dysfunctional marriage clash. So I feel like I feel like there should be more creators running it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna lie, there should be more people that take the helm, because they could easily hold 4 events a year, all going to charity and stuff like that. Like, I know I would support it, definitely. Like, I don't think it should just be them. They could be the owners, but I don't think it should just be them running it. You feel me?
Same. Go. Everyone
Democratize
should
creator
make one.
clash.
Yeah, everyone. I back it. Listen, I've watched YouTube boxing from the very beginning. As soon as KSI called out any Paul, I texted Logan Paul immediately, and I was like, "You have to box it." Like, it was so early that I've been in it. And if you told me that there was 4 charity YouTube boxing events a year, and you're telling me like it's 4 YouTube events, you're getting YouTubers that, like, they're coming for the good cause. They're not coming for the bag. And that's the trickiest thing. That's the hardest part about organizing this, is doing it for people that want to do it for a training salary and not a bag. But if you could do 4 a year, like, yeah, of course, do it. They're not trying to control that. I'm sure like they would like that too. I think the events are great. I like watching all this YouTube boxing.
Well,
yeah, the one last
do
year
it.
was amazing.
But like, I also think
really
like,
fun.
and maybe I'm just being trolled into it, and I'm too much of a boomer here. But their marriage doesn't come off dysfunctional, does it? Because to me, it comes off the opposite. And am I just like walking into something baited? But like, it's not a dysfunctional marriage. Everyone like clowns.
Bro,
it was
a joke, bro. It was a joke.
Okay,
I don't know.
Because
I don't know what's going on in their marriage.
And a lot of people get caught up, and I'll tell you, like, those 2 are great partners on many levels. Like, I'm not
gonna lie. Like, I'm gonna be honest. When you really think about it, he did the right thing. Like, I'm not gonna lie. If someone's talking bad about my wife, like, I don't give a fuck who you are. It's like, fuck you. If anything, he would be.
That's why we're not running Creator Clash, because that's
like,
the same
Crispy.
thing.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, let's say someone talking bad about your girl. Like, just you being a man.
Okay,
like,
so hold on.
You have
hold on. Let me live in an alternate universe where my wife does OnlyFans. Hold on. Let me think for a second. Okay, my wife's pussy's on the internet. What would I do if somebody said they were going to support her career? I would be like, thanks for the $15 a month, dog.
See, but you see,
he's got a point. I mean, he does.
Ian uploaded a video saying, "I like when people jack off to my wife on the internet."
Well,
what the fuck?
I guess I would have a different type of marriage.
This is where I'm different.
But I see both sides. I see why he did what he did, and I see why also people are like, why the fuck did you do what you did? You know what I mean? I feel like it's like a tricky one.
But
it's kind of like Will Smith.
This is where I feel like
it's kind of like Will
in a
Smith.
different.
Oh wow, that's
space.
A great analogy. Yeah, well, like, you see why Will Smith did what he did.
No,
but it's like, was it the right thing what he did?
No, if iDubbbz, I'm sure, and remember, it's like I'm only speaking of myself, but if he went to a stand-up show where Froggy was saying what he wants, and he roasted her for 15 minutes, there's no shot anything would happen. The context was weird. It was not the same context as the Will Smith context.
By the way,
like, guys,
to be honest, like, you talk bad about Will Smith's wife, and Will Smith went up and knocked you. Now, we could disagree, but I'm sure deep down Chris Rock understands why he got slapped, and I disagree with it for sure. But like, I'm also like, well, some people do that.
Okay. We have a new person on stage. We have Mutahar. Mutahar, your thoughts on the situation?
Bro, I just think this is some the really bad PR. I can't stop reading about it the whole night. I just think they should let froggyfresh back on, to be honest. It's like, this
I
is the
agree.
most press that honestly, this is the most press that I've seen Creator Clash 2 get, and it's not good. Like, at the end of the day,
How
it's
much
like,
did they
I just
raise
don't think it
last year
was
for
that
the other
serious.
Creator Clash?
Huh?
If anybody knows.
Wait, what's the question? Say it again.
I was saying, how much did they raise last year?
$1 million or something.
Wow. I'm not gonna lie. I think this is a great cause. I think they should do more. I'm going to it. I'm gonna be at this Creator Clash. It sounds like I want.
Why would you go if Froggy Fresh isn't going to be in it though?
It's for a good cause, Daniel.
I'm not gonna lie. I want to see that Alex Wasabi fight.
It's gonna be a fucking show, Daniel, and it's for a good cause. That's why.
I'm sorry, but I can't support it. I have to support
at the
Froggy
end of the day, like,
Froggy's
this is just a
promo. You're gonna put on Froggy's fight. Win, win, win. Everyone could actually be chill about it. You get a Froggy fight. I'm gonna meet Gideon at Creator Clash 2. The money's gonna go to charity. People that watch it are gonna love it, and the people that didn't can donate to MS Society, or they can get the Froggy Fresh fight.
If Froggy Fresh comes back, I'll donate $100,000.
Oh God, you heard that?
Oh my God!
You heard that?
Oh my God! Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Let me do it in the drama alert fucking voice.
Oh, Chris Reagan's pissed as fuck right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, popular comedian YouTuber known as Gideon has offered Creator Clash organizers, iDubbbz and his wife Anissa, $100,000 to their charity this year if they put Froggy Fresh back on the card, who was kicked off for only wanting to support Anissa's OnlyFans.
By the way, I just had a DM from Sam Hyde. He is on the way.
Yeah, we need Sam here ASAP.
So let me.
The whole thing is just for the whole thing is for a good cause. You know, at the end of the day, it's like just it's bad PR. I just wish it could kind of be reversed. You know, maybe, and then people could just focus on the positives of it. Because at the end of the day, the money's going to a good place.
At the end of the day, Froggy Fresh said during all this drama, "Hey, this is for charity. This is for charity," but they still kicked him off.
I mean, I can see the Harley point too here, because it's like it's just. I don't know why the wife was brought into it. I don't know. It's just.
But wait, why are we acting like the wife isn't a public figure?
Gideon, are you serious about that 100K for if Froggy Fresh gets put back on?
Yo, no, most definitely.
Real
quick, how could you not put it back on then? You know how many kids' lives you could change?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was low-key joking, but like, if they do put them on, like, you know, I'll shut up and donate it. Like, I don't care.
That's big.
Augie, what was the point that you made?
Well, I'm just saying, like, we keep talking about how he's, like, attacking the wife, but the wife's, like, a public figure. Like, I understand your point, and I agree with your point if we're bringing up, like, private family members. But if your wife's a part of the show and part of running the event or whatever, why is she off limits? And the joke isn't even that. It's barely a jab anyway. Like, it's so lighthearted and, like, just small anyway. But that's a separate debate. My point is, it's just, like,
does she actually have an OnlyFans?
Yes.
She does.
Really?
Basically, this whole drama.
I was thinking this whole time that she didn't have an OnlyFans, and like he just said he would. Oh wow!
Gideon, this whole time, this drama is that
this is like a common joke people make. This has been a joke people have been making for years. Like everybody's made this joke before. It's a meme.
He literally said that if he lost his boxing match, that he would subscribe to her OnlyFans, which is, by the way, still active and making money. That's really all this is about. That's it.
Talking about her OnlyFans.
We position that as the conversation in the hypothetical scenario, because I said if I ran Creator Clash, it would take only something like that for me to respond in a drastic way. But perhaps I'm a bad example of keeping a team together in a like a bunch of creators. So remember,
was that that big of a joke though? Like at the end of the day, it seems like really like that seems like a scratch. Really, it's not even like a deep cutting jab.
That's why we're all talking about this. That's why we're all pissed.
But but you're that. But remember, that was the hypothetical example I used. I don't know what conversations Ian and Froggy may have had that escalated in the same way that they did here tonight. I have no idea. I was
Froggy, by your comments, are you
to be like for me to have an example here? I just want you guys to know that if that was said about my wife and I was putting on the event and stuff, yeah, that's call me a baby, whatever you want. Kind of weird. Don't talk about my wife.
Froggy.
Yeah. All I really saw leading up to it was was it like Anissa's mom who was like tweeting, calling him like an imp or something, and it was just like, dude, it's just dumb.
Bro, you can't. If you held me accountable for what my parents wrote online, I would be done.
Bro, that's why I don't let my parents get on social media, bro.
But still, I feel like Froggy Fresh got kicked off the event because he responded to the mom. I think that was the issue.
Okay, but like let's be real for a second. Let's be real. Wait, Froggy, are you still in here or did he leave?
Yeah, what's up?
All right, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm an OG Froggy fan. I don't know how many of you guys are bandwagoners, but I've been
Bro,
here
we're the
since.
baddest of them all, dude. Come on.
Okay, my bad. If it ain't about money, then I ain't messing with y'all. Because
Bro,
you
if I
think I
see
don't
Exactly,
get
bro.
change, I'm
girls.
fucking
Because I
drop
ain't
them on
very
sight.
tall.
It's
If you
on
see my
sight if I
stats,
see
I
change.
bet you that you
Bet you
call.
that
Yeah. I'm a day one, bro. I'm a day one. Like, don't even test me like that. But, never mind.
Yo,
Ladies
the
and
star of the
gentlemen,
show
now
is
on
Sam Hyde.
stage we have the myth, the legend, the one, the only Sam Hyde. Thoughts?
How y'all doing?
What up,
What's going on?
We're pretty upset there, Sam. We want to see Froggy Fresh compete. We know you trained him. What are your thoughts? Like, why did they kick him off the card?
I mean, Keem, you know the way my mind works. I'm always looking to turn this back around on myself here, looking to make myself take center stage. I feel that I feel they were looking for an excuse to kick him the minute that he came down to hang out with me. That's what I feel.
Wow. Shots fired.
Well, that was my theory, right?
Bro. That's
And I know that.
They just
Listen, I
love him
know
to
that's
have a take they
excessive,
can.
but it's just game theory. You know, I'm a member of Mensa. I know how people think. This is how it is. Okay, this is how these people operate. They're bugs. Well, I don't want to. I shouldn't get too. I shouldn't get too into it right off the bat. But I know how Anissa thinks. I know what the critter's going buzzing around inside her head.
Sam, when you weren't here, Corby made a great point. He said, "Look, going to train with Sam Hyde has some real benefits of you winning your fight." Sam Hyde knocked out his opponent. Brandon Buckingham, who you trained, knocked out his opponent. Harley, who you trained, knocked out his opponent. Why should Froggy Fresh be punished for getting expert boxing advice?
Facts, Keemstar.
Yo, Sam, I'm not going to lie. I'm a big fan. I got put on during the summer. I just want to say hello.
Thank you, bro. Thank you very much.
I also thought that, like, if I were to have gone down to Rhode Island again, I would have, and nothing was ever said to me, but I definitely would have been like, I'm going to conduct myself in a way. I think it's a sticky situation, obviously, to everyone, and like I would have just been like that. I would have just been like conducted myself. Like I feel like maybe that was the case. I don't know, but there's drama between you guys, and I feel like maybe Froggy shook it up a little bit too much. And once again, I also don't know. I don't know what kind of conversations they had. I just saw what was on Twitter, and I was like, okay, this got sticky pretty fast. But it's like not that surprising that there was tension between your camp and iDubbbz, and I really like being a part of Creator Clash, and I got to say, like, working with Sam has kickstarted my life in a positive direction that I'm still riding the coattails of. So, and I'm also a fan of Froggy. The whole thing's sticky, but I mean, if Keem guarantees a boxing match for me, who was excited to see someone else come out of Sam's camp and box, like, selfishly enough, I'm still getting that. And it's rough for Froggy because he's so close to the fight happening, and rough for Chris because there's going to be an opponent switch up, and rough for Creator Clash because of what they're all going through. And, I just think at the end of the day, I feel like the positive
I mean, they
aspect
can
of
turn
it
this
is
around though.
closure.
This is clearly like an emotional decision that just kicked off like in the last 2 hours. Come on now. They could turn this around and it would be like yesterday's news.
I think that's
I
true. I
agree.
think what you said is reasonable, and I think they could turn it around too. I feel like if this were any other business, like if we were making sketch comedy together or something like that, then the sort of back and forth needling type stuff would be unacceptable. But this is the realm where you stage throwing a coffee cup in someone's face, or you take a swing at someone else's team member to generate buzz. Like it's not pro wrestling, but it's also like not a field where you're supposed to shy away from controversy. You're supposed to sell the fight. You're supposed to generate some kind of story to make people care about what's happening. I don't think the right move here was to dump cold water on it and pull like from a charity fight that Tyler's been to take, because Tyler came here for 5 days. To take this away from him for being here for 5 days after he's been prepping for 9 months it's excessive. It's excessive, especially in this industry where the money is made by skirting right up to the line and trying to generate a story.
Well, it's not just because he trained with you, right? It's because he made some jokes that were, offensive to Anissa, or that Anissa found offensive or whatever.
Right.
I'm assuming. I don't know that for a fact.
Was it Anissa or was it just her mom?
I have no idea. See, we don't know that.
Well, the mom. Okay, so here's the full storyline. All right, just because we have so many new viewers now, we have over 4,000 people in the room. So basically, Froggy Fresh goes and trains with Sam Hyde, and obviously there's a beef behind the scenes between iDubbbz and his wife and Sam Hyde. He was banned from the first Creator Clash, so maybe that's what upset them. But Froggy Fresh comes back after training and makes a joke to Chris Reagan, his opponent, and says, hey, if I lose this fight, I'll sub to Anissa's, iDubbbz's wife's, OnlyFans. Now, the context of that joke is this. Anissa used to have a podcast with Chris Reagan, and people would joke that the two were dating. So Froggy Fresh is making the joke, if I lose, I'll sub to your girlfriend's OnlyFans. That is the joke. Now, Anissa's mom starts attacking Froggy Fresh on Twitter, calling him an imp and saying that he's got a broken brain and all this stuff. And Froggy Fresh responds just saying like, hey, you need to get your coat and go home. And next thing you know, his fight has been canceled. He's been thrown off the event. And that's why so many people are upset and they're saying they're going to boycott, et cetera, et cetera.
Is that a lot of people that are going to boycott?
There's,
who knows?
According to Twitter, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I think if it were me, if I were Froggy and I were down working with Sam and things were going, I was excited and I was caught up and I'm like, let's go controversy. And I did like that. And then like Anissa's mom tweeted at me and I was really like all in good faith. I think I would call Ian or Anissa and be like, yo, I hope you guys know I'm just fucking around because now your mom's like really coming at me like this is real. And I think to escalate it, the way to escalate it is like retweet the mom and be like, look, get a load of this. Like that's like take that, escalated it instead of it being like, yo, guys, you know that this is the bit, right? This is the bit where I make your wife's OnlyFans the punishment, and and like it didn't play out that way though. It just escalated and I don't, once again, we don't know what kind of conversations they had offline. And I would for sure recognize that it's a sticky situation with Sam and iDubbbz because of the tension there.
I haven't seen one person on Twitter actually supporting this decision. And I think that's what I need to make clear to Harley. Like, I don't see a single person on all of Twitter being like, good
oh
call,
my
bro.
God, Keem, like listen how stupid that sounds though. Like you didn't see one thing on Twitter?
Also,
find me something. Harley, why other people are talking, find me a tweet that's like, hey, good call, Creator Clash.
Are going to buy tickets, they're not listening to this. They're not here. They're like fucking commenting on gameplay.
What do you mean? They've been calling in the whole stream, dude. Have you not heard all the people calling in talking about how they're done with this? How they had Tom came in here saying he bought 8
thousands
tickets.
of people that like could be buying the event or
you don't think there's going to be any real damage from this?
There could be, but there could be a good thing. Gideon didn't even know what it was. Gideon didn't even know until he got removed from the thing.
Today, but regardless of damage, the point is that we're just trying to like talk about something that we think is an injustice done to one of our best friends.
You're right. You're right. And I just want to say, like, earlier when I heard the talk, like, you guys were like lawyer up and stuff. It's not like that at all. Like, there's no way it's like that. They probably just didn't want to spend the night with him.
That's
or be
not
in
what
a
I
hotel
heard.
with him. What'd you hear from who?
I just heard that it is lawyer up time.
What did Twitter tell you?
Oh, it's not Twitter.
I think they're trying to get the money that they sent Froggy for training. They sent him $15,000. I think they're trying to get that back.
Oh, fuck
Whoa,
no!
hold up.
Also,
I didn't get money.
Harley, I heard a rumor that they're
Damn,
like
they didn't give you
threatening to
money.
sue. I heard a rumor. I don't know if it's true or not. I heard a rumor that they're threatening to sue Froggy Fresh. So I don't think it's
I never
Bro,
heard
that
that.
would be a fucking game changer. What the fuck?
I
Hell
wouldn't even
no.
say that. I
What?
wouldn't even make that up or say that because that's just like in my mind, that's a no shot scenario. Once again, I can't speak for anyone, but there's no way that's even close to happening. And
If it was happening,
saying
you'd
it
agree
is
that's
like
insane, right?
That's like putting the fucking shotgun in the mouth right there. Who
I
the
think.
fuck is gonna sue?
Listen, the contract that I signed when I signed this, I got it, and I called you and I was like, "This is the worst contract I've ever gotten in my life," and it's because it was like a boxer contract. It was a contract that was not for like the bacon guy from the internet who might be on a plat. It's like it was like a boxing contract, and it wasn't that chill. Like if I got injured or if I did something crazy or whatever, something happened, like they don't owe me anything. I'm just not a part of it, and that's it. And the whole point of it is to just have a clean break. And I just can't imagine in any scenario why they would go after him. And unless he has a different setup than I do, like we don't get paid before for our training and stuff. Unless he has a different
So you guys
scenario
get paid
than I do.
after the fight to just give you your stipend?
Yeah, it was a short while after the fight.
I can't give up my sources, but I do have a source that basically said that they were like, that they're threatening to take legal action. So
Well, here's the thing: if I were in their scenario, and I'm making this up once again, I always got to state, and so you guys know it's from my brain. I would absolutely call a lawyer before I did any single thing that's been done. I would speak to a professional because of all of it, and there's paperwork involved. And the whole goal would be to just have a clean break, to just
By the way,
go
Harley,
and replace someone.
is it a clean break if you
outside-
can never talk ill about them again? Is that really a clean break if you can't have your freedom of speech?
Bro, I would never have done that. Like I wouldn't have done that if I hated them. I just wouldn't have done that. I would like wait until I won the fight and then grab the mic and been like, I like said the fucking whatever I wanted if I needed to say something. I just wouldn't have done it. I just wouldn't have
But that takes away all the fun from it, bro. You're not gonna get no sales by just being nice.
It doesn't. It's so weird though. Like the guy who's putting it on, who you're not boxing, you're like taking a shot at his wife's content. It's just like, what's the angle? There's like a million things you can roast Chris for.
They're both super
You can
horrible
destroy
though.
him.
That's why. It's because Ian's gay and this is horrible trash.
This just sucks that we're not talking about like how cool the event could be. We're not talking about how long the people have been training or how much money's going to go to charity. We're just talking about Anissa Jamha's OnlyFans for the 800th time in the last 3 years.
It's like this is the most attention that I've seen it get, like in my radar, and it's all negative. Like it's just no fucking positivity about the event.
You could try to keep saying like, oh well, you shouldn't say something like this person's wife, or oh, you shouldn't like, or like you can't believe that he would want him off the card. This is like Anissa Jamha's ego blowing up a charity event. That's what's happening here.
Thank you,
Sam. Are you so?
That's how I see it. That is exactly how I see it. Nick.
But the MS Society is benefiting from that if that's how it is. So like I'll take it.
Yeah, but you keep resorting to that. But look, who is
not resorting
making
to
the
it, dude. It's what's
damaging
important to
move?
me. It's the black and white thing. Like everything else isn't really that important. And I value the discussion, and I came in here because the whole event is important to me. But like, yeah, it is. It kind of supersedes everything.
Here, Keemstar, can we get an expert in here? Can we please get Cavos? I need an expert.
I've invited Cavos 3 times. I'm trying to get him up.
Cavos, please join.
What do you mean expert? Expert in what?
Expert in everything.
Also, just so you know, the backlash has been so bad that Anissa has privated her Twitter account. So I'm not sure how
she's probably getting a fuck ton of harassment. Let's not be surprised at that.
Yeah, it's like not a shocker at all.
Yeah, but so what I'm saying is this was the wrong move, right? If you have to go on private and you have an event that you need to promote, this is the wrong move.
It's crazy because this shit reminds me of the KSI shit that literally just happened. Like
with Wade, yeah.
Yeah, like listen, shit happens, people get emotional, they do, erratic decisions on Twitter, whatever, right? But KSI realized that instead of trying to fight the mob to the death and just die on the hill, you just say you're sorry, you give the crowd, you give the people what the fuck they want, you get down, you say, I'm sorry, I fucked up, and you fix it. You know what I mean? Like we said, they could still fix it, but they have to just swallow their pride. Like, who fucking cares?
Well, as long as, you're right. As long as they reverse it, like, I don't think anybody will give that much of a shit, right? Like, it'll just undo most of the damage that's done.
If they reverse it, no one's going to care. But if they don't, if they just keep dying on this hill, it's just going to get worse and worse and worse, and people are going to use that as leverage to keep shitting on the event.
True.
At the end of the day, the only problem is, like, the people, like, it's charity that's going to suffer from this, right? Like, from all the bad relations.
Yeah, it's just
I don't
charity.
know if we know that.
All right.
I don't know if we know that, if that's quantifiable in that sense. This type of press might bring it to more people who might buy tickets. It's a weird thing to count. Like, just because Twitter is excited, it's not a direct representation of how things
I'm
play
able
out.
to count it.
I was shocked at the
I'm
Creator
going to
Clash
cover the
1
difference,
outcome.
guys. Just so you know, I'm able to count it with my computers, and I will be covering the difference from my fund.
And by the way, just Keem, you said like earlier, you were like, "Oh, I haven't seen one person support this decision." You know what I also haven't seen is one person who has a Ticketmaster receipt or a pay-per-view receipt saying, "Hey, can I get a refund on this?"
No, no, you're wrong. You're actually wrong, Corby, because Tom was in here who bought 8 tickets, and he said that he wants
so
a refund.
one guy who may or may not have actually had 8 tickets.
Wait, okay,
he hasn't put a receipt out.
Do me a favor. Go to Twitter search right now. Type in Creator Clash and type in refund and just search. You're gonna see it.
Sure, but
you will see
anyone
it.
could say they have a ticket. I could say I have a ticket and I want a refund now. I don't have one. There's nobody who's who's proving that I need the refund. Here's my proof of purchase.
I'm gonna refund mine right now just because you said that, and then I'm gonna donate it to another charity.
MS Society. MS Society.
I'm donating it to MS Society. Here we go.
I'm gonna donate it to the Cancer Society for Froggy. The MS Society is getting too much love.
Come on, bro.
Maybe if these guys promoted a little better, we'd be able to find the people who bought the tickets. But odds are they weren't buying until the day of anyway.
So I just looked it up on Twitter. A lot of people are saying they want a refund. There's a lot of people.
No, is there anyone who bought a ticket who's saying they want a refund? You could just say you want a refund.
I bought 12.
I mean, who's
I want
gonna
a refund? I have 12 tickets. I want a refund.
Yeah, well, not everyone.
That actually happened already, so that's actually believable.
Corby, why would they post the picture that they bought it and say they want a refund? I mean, I can see someone doing that, but like not everyone's going to do that.
What I could absolutely see is the kind of person who's annoyed about this. I could definitely see them just saying to build up a Twitter thing, "Oh, I need a refund. I need a refund."
Yeah, but refund or not, it's just about the fact that this guy's being treated unfairly. He's being treated like shit for nothing.
I'm not saying he's being treated fairly. I'm just saying that it's a little disingenuous to be like, "Oh yeah, well I've seen a lot of people who want refunds. Have you seen anyone who actually has a ticket that needs refunded though?"
I just think there's things that someone might find petty that you could say about my wife that I'd be like, I don't want to see you that night. Sorry.
Yeah, but Harley, don't you think there's a difference between saying I don't want to see you that night and you're off the card and you're fired? Like,
yeah, because I'm there that night and I just don't want to I don't want her to have to look at your emails. You made it weird. I don't want my wife to look at your emails. She doesn't really like your vibe now. And it's weird with my mother-in-law, and I have to spend the rest of my life with my mother-in-law. So I choose them than making Twitter happy or you happy. You bothered me. You bothered my family.
I would
honestly, you know what the problem is? The problem is why the fuck is the mother-in-law even commenting on Froggy Freshest? Why is fucking iDubbbz' wife's mother-in-law commenting on Froggy Fresh's Twitter? That's the problem.
I don't want it. My mom would do the same thing. My mom would literally do the same thing. I tell her to delete stuff off. My mom would do the same. We can't hold people accountable to what their parents are doing. Like the shit my mom goes off on.
But you can hold Froggy Fresh accountable for responding to the parent. That's weird.
Well, if he's under contract in the fight and just, I mean, it's not. We could disagree with it and it's a good conversation to have and all that. And I'm glad that you're guaranteeing him a fight, and that they're going to find a replacement for Chris, because I also felt for Chris. So I'm glad I get to see Froggy fight. I'm glad it's going to move forward. But yeah, it's an ugly scenario and things got sticky, and I don't think we have all the information. But I have to come here to be like, I think I would also, I would react.
Wait, didn't you
You
say
know,
you almost signed a basic boxing
do you agree that
contract?
it comes across as unprofessional for the fight holders too to just like kick somebody out of their card 3 weeks out from the fight though?
they're allowed to do that.
I guess, yeah. But I mean, like, it doesn't, show. It doesn't. It's just not a good look from the outside looking in. Is all I'm
Well, I
saying,
think
right?
if you were, so what I would imagine is if they make amendments to future contracts, or I don't know, but to anyone out there, that if you're gonna do a boxing promo, maybe not even Creator Clash, but any, don't insult the guy who's running it. Don't insult his wife at all in any way, even if it's little or weird or random. Don't do that, because they might not like that.
By the way, also, it's not the promoter's wife. She's the promoter.
Yeah,
exactly.
She's
that is
putting
true.
on the show.
She's one of the co-owners of that entire event.
For sure. Yeah. So
Yeah, that's what I'm
don't-
saying. She's a
don't
public
diss-
figure.
Yeah, don't diss the owner. Like, I don't think like I could diss Dana White and also get to fight in UFC that
You
night.
definitely could, by the way.
But there's just
there's like a
just
million
levels
people.
to this, bro. Like, if he were to go on and say iDubbbz's wife is a fucking whore, like, look at this OnlyFans, like, then I would understand it. But like, bro, like, what is he really saying, bro? It's such a light-hearted joke. Like, come on. It's all
That's what
about
I can't get over. It's nothing. He said he's going to sub to our OnlyFans. That's it. It's literally nothing, guys.
Yeah. But I think it's like, and I agree, but I think it's like, why did that happen? Why did you say that?
Because he's an entertainer and he thought it would be an entertaining thing to post on Twitter. It's literally his job. I mean, like, I can understand it
But
to a certain
like,
extent.
how is it relevant?
It's because he's not as insecure as Anissa is, and didn't
But
think
how
she was
does
going to
it
take it
make
that
sense
personally
to
that she
how
sabotaged her
you?
event.
I could sit here and destroy Chris for like an hour. Why would I aim my points anywhere else other than him, my opponent? Why would I aim it at the owner of the fight, the person who's like, booking my hotel room for me, and whoever else booking my flights, the person who's going to be on the phone and like and do all this stuff? Like,
Harley,
why would I aim it at them? That's just the
Harley,
only
are
thing.
you worried about losing this fight because you didn't go to Sam's camp?
I think Sam's one thing about Sam is, and I thought this when I met Tyler, was I was like, this guy's energy is enough to keep up with Sam. Because day after day, I was like, I need to leave. And he was like, one more round. And I've never had a leap in cardio improvement and confidence in the ring. There's not many things that I do that I'm not confident with. In boxing, I wasn't confident with. So it was extremely helpful.
Look, I think deep down, and I'm sorry to, but I think I've just had like a conundrum here. Like, I think it all makes sense because we were talking about Chris, whatever, the ray gun guy. He has sexual tension towards iDubbbz's wife, right? He wants that, right? Now, when you think about it, every single time someone buys his OnlyFans, that's hurting him deep down because he's knowing that's another dude whacking off the girl that he has sexual tension towards. So our boy Froggy over here, he realizes that, he sees that, and he's trying to get into his head. It's mental warfare tactics before the fight. He's trying to say, if you beat me, then guess what? I'm going to go subscribe to OnlyFans. Now he's putting up an ultimatum here, so either he can take the L or he's have to deal with that inside his brain.
Beat me,
or
I'ma beat this meat.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is everywhere. The one, the only, Bill Clinton Kid. What's up?
What's going on? How you doing?
What do you think about this controversy?
I have no idea. I just got finished with like a little photo shoot, and like I saw that something was happening. I got no idea what's going on. I just
And ladies and gentlemen, that was Bill Clinton Kid. All right, continue the conversation.
Pat God, I think, to me, at first glance, seems like one of the smarter, newer creators out there. I think seems like you have a very excellent brain from my perspective, knowing nothing about you other than your content. And it took you this time to connect the dots to make it make sense. So like, if it's going to take like a good brain connecting dots to make it make sense, maybe it is actually pretty black and white. It was a weird thing to say about a person. that shouldn't have said something said about. And if you did that to someone that was important to me, I would react in a way. But then again, I'm not a good example. And then again, we don't know if this is where it came from. I'm sure they had plenty of conversations.
I'm
But
trying
I'm
to
just
think
like,
because
you don't really get.
If I was iDubbbz and someone said that about like my wife, like my reaction would be like, all right, let's get in the ring. Like, you want to fucking go? Like, let's fucking go. Like, let's fight it out. I wouldn't be like, no, fuck you.
But we live in a weird universe now where
But
like
guys,
iDubbbz
Well,
knows how
wait,
to
Harley,
fight, and
is your
he has
wife
to
a
like fight
public
someone
figure?
his size.
Like, is your wife on the internet?
Froggy, I see your hand up. You have permission to speak from me.
Yeah, I was just thinking.
Another thing about this is we keep going back to it's as insulting in this. That this is the person booking plane tickets. This is the person that you're in contact with, et cetera, et cetera. I don't think they've been in contact with Tyler. I think my impression that I got from talking to Tyler was that they sort of left him hanging out there with like not checking up on him, not like answering the phone, that sort of thing. Like I think that most of his training camp he hasn't been like in
close contact with Froggy Fresh.
By the
Froggy,
way,
you wanted to say something. Go ahead.
I mean, I don't really know. We kind of switched topics now, so I think we should just probably follow Sam.
Go ahead, Nick.
By the way, I just wanted to point out that Froggy did mention he was given like 5 minutes notice before that tweet went up that he was officially dropped. So you're saying that there's a lot of conversations that took place. Obviously, Froggy's claiming he didn't know.
It's another sign of like, is it professional enough? Like, you just let your guy know like 5 minutes ago away from the food?
I can comment on that from my perspective. Once again, I'm trying to put myself in people's shoes. If I were them, what I would take from that is I would see Froggy and I would call my lawyer and I'd be like, bro, I know it's the weekend. I'm sorry, but this person moves very quickly. This person is like going off like on Twitter. So I want to get this sorted out. You know, like I might do that. I might just have it handled right away, and it's like something to get it wrapped up and moved aside because it's negative. It's a negative thing. We're all here talking negatively about something that's supposed to be super good and positive. So I would probably try and wrap it up sooner rather than later if that was the decision I made. I didn't know. I didn't know until after. And I promise everyone here, like I found out after and I was like, whoa, damn, that sucks. I'm not surprised.
Go ahead,
Froggy. You have
Froggy.
permission
Go
to
ahead,
speak.
Froggy. Go ahead, Froggy.
So when you mean like you're going to call your lawyer and say this person is going off, so like that's me when I say like I'm going to support Anissa's career. That's me going off.
I was like I think like you tweet a bunch, like you're active on social media, and I would want to like move. I would want to distance from it entirely. So I would I would.
Well, no, this brought them on social media.
At the end of the day, don't get me wrong. What Froggy said was supposed to get a rise. Obviously, it did get a rise. That's why we're here. Now the reality is, obviously, the fucking response that Froggy got by being kicked off is just not appropriate. Like that's sort of the end goal of it, right? Like let's not fucking pretend to be like obtuse about it. The OnlyFans comment was clearly designed to get a fucking serious rise, right?
The only thing that hasn't got a rise is that OnlyFans page. Am I right?
No, Corby, no. Listen, guys, I think there's an aspect of this that we might not even be thinking about, right? You know, I'm pretty sure, and I could be wrong, that Anissa has spoke out about like mental health and, you know, issues that she's had or whatever. She's overwhelmed, stressed with putting this event together. Maybe she's like having a full on like break, like maybe she's not in a good state right now. And this like tipped it over the edge, right? Maybe it's a bad time mentally over there with everything that's going on.
Yeah, that's actually very thoughtful of you. Yeah, maybe.
I mean, she's probably just actually stressed out. That's a good point. As anybody would be when they're running an event like this.
It's a crazy thing to run, and I've worked with I am a YouTuber. YouTubers are not always the easiest people to work with. Also, it's like a really crazy storm of things to manage, and I think they do a really good job of it.
So maybe like tomorrow morning or something, clearer heads or calmer heads will prevail, and maybe he'll be back on, because like obviously this is like Mutahar said it best. Like, this is the wrong move. This is such an overreaction.
The thing is,
Yeah,
like,
it's so
responding to it
fixable.
quicker
I
is
think
better
what we
because
got going on here is classic Two-Face from the Christopher Nolan Batman movie, Keem. And I
the
agree.
thing
Probably
about
right now she's having that bad mental health. The coin came up with the scratched heads, but tonight the Joker's going to have
bro,
a
like
talk with her. She's going to flip the coin again, and we're going to be back to basics tomorrow.
the thing about it is, like, the quicker the response is, the quicker it gets reversed, the better it is. Because, like, the longer you wait tomorrow, because the thing is, this event is not necessarily the most mainstream event. It's very much for YouTubers and very much in our community. Tomorrow in the morning, our variants of news channels are going to wake up and talk about this shit, obviously in a negative way. So the quicker it gets resolved, the quicker the water rolls under the bridge. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, all the drama
if they're
channels are in this call right now. So, I mean, once we're out, it's like.
I mean, if they
Is there
are
no one
listening
here
to the
that is there any drama channel? Someone like drama channel here, like you would you be cool with it? Like you wouldn't be bothered or anything? Like I think like
wait,
it's like
what?
funny. It's funny because if you're complacent, that's like that's bitch behavior. If you
Well,
don't do
not if
anything,
my
that's bitch
wife.
behavior. But
Wait,
then
Not if
I
my
what do
wife
you
is a
mean?
public figure, though. That's what makes it a difference, right? You keep comparing it to yourself. You keep saying, "Oh, well, I wouldn't like this," but yeah, that's because your wife isn't a public figure. It's different.
Bro,
That's
as
the
if my
difference.
wrong.
wife
Listen, as
was a
wrong as
public
it is,
figure,
Harley,
OnlyFans person, I'd be like, you're not fighting me, dude. I'm putting you on the event. Who are you talking to, weirdo? Focus on
Harley,
your
as
opponent. Diss them. That's what I
as
would do.
Harley,
as
you're talking about it's the Vince McMahon and Stone Cold. It's the promoter versus the fighter.
They know what
It's
they're
the biggest
doing. That's
storyline in
why.
wrestling
That's why I
history.
would
bro,
have
people
called
have been
him.
shit talking our OnlyFans ever since they got together nonstop.
Cool. I bet they're not going to
It's
fight in Creator Clash, and
I
we
know, but
shouldn't be
I'm just saying,
surprised.
like, it's just like a joke that's like been
Cool.
around the
Go
wash
off.
so
Say what
long.
you want, but some people won't like you. Say what you want. Some people won't want to put you in the room with them.
And do what
Do
you want,
whatever
and
you
some
want.
people cancel their fucking orders, Like, I
That's
mean, the only
cool. That's
people who are
cool.
losing are the
And everyone
kids
can do
and the
what they
fucking
want to
people
do.
with cancer and people with MS. Those are the people losing right now.
Not necessarily. We don't know that.
We don't
You
know
Yeah,
can't
that
let's
because
let's
because you
see how
can't
many orders are
any
canceled
quantify
percentage
on
is
a
going to
event
drop
night.
out. You're saying, well, I can't find one example.
It's just not something that could be measured. Like we all understand that. Like we can't say that because the collection of people that are talking about it in here are angry about it. It doesn't mean that that's going to translate. So
But
we
you don't
can't
believe
be
that there's a
like,
net zero loss either. You could say, well, maybe
I
it's
have
not a
a better
substantial
question.
amount. It's still money going to them.
I have a way better question. Okay, let's say iDubbbz and Anissa come to you, Harley, and they say, Harley, what do you think we should do? What decision should we make? Should we reverse this? Should we keep him off? What do you think is the best thing to do for the
I
benefit
would
of
love
the
to
event?
answer this as long as you guys know, like once again, it's me. And I'm not the best example of how to best manage stuff like this. But how would I do it? You're gone.
What would be
You're
your
gone.
advice?
You're gone. If it were me, I don't advise someone to do what I would do, but if it were me in that scenario, I would be like, no shot. He's not coming
Dude,
back.
you sound
I
like a
said,
promoter of somebody who's sitting at a bar having a drink and their wife gets hit on by a weirdo. This is somebody who's running like a charity boxing event that needs to run well, or it's like gonna fail. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of people
no,
here, there's a lot of hands, there's a lot of
say it
emotions going
again.
on.
Say it again. I don't understand the comparison you were making.
Because you sound like, well, dude, if somebody came up to my wife and said that, I'd say you're out of here. You sound like you're defending your wife at a bar from a weirdo that's coming up to her.
No,
You're
if
like
I put on
you're not
Creator
acting like a
Clash, I'd be like,
boxing
bro, I'm not
promoter that's
booking you
trying
a
to get an event
hotel.
working.
I'm not booking you a hotel. Don't like what you said about my wife on Twitter. Don't like what you said about my mother-in-law on Twitter. Sorry.
So I'm going to destroy my whole event 3 weeks before? Like, does this make sense to you?
The event is not ruined. The event is not ruined. Yes, there are people on Twitter that will not go to the event. But the grand scheme of the event, we can't act like it's turned upside down. I was very excited for that fight amongst many fights that night. But, like, there might be people that hear of the negative press and be like, there's a Creator Clash too, I didn't even know. And my favorite wrestler is going to be there, and they buy a ticket. So we can't quantify how many
So did they kick him off
We're making
for this promotion? Did they kick him off for this promotion?
No, but if they did, that's an excellent manufacturing.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Talking about it.
Oh my god, Harley! Imagine this is just some like genius promotion to get more people to go to our OnlyFans. Oh my god, that'd be fucking genius.
Dude, we just can't get you to be sympathetic at all to Froggy. Like, well, it would be some genius promotion. Yeah, it also
I would love
him
to.
like fucking over
That's a good
somebody.
point,
who
Nick.
was
I would love to
behind
hear
it.
from
except
Froggy.
I'm the
Can we hear from
only
Froggy
person.
based on what
I'm the
Harley just
only
said?
person that's like I sympathize for Froggy 100%. I'm the only person
Do
here.
you? It doesn't sound like
Yeah,
that. You keep saying it's a win-win, and
I'm
he's
the
still
only
getting
person
fucked.
here that sympathizes with their decision too. I don't think anyone's putting themselves in IDub's shoes. Put yourself in
Wait,
IDub's shoes,
That's true.
black
can
and
we
That's
white
let
it,
true.
and be
Froggy
like,
talk?
you
Guys,
talked
can we
about
let
my
Froggy
wife.
talk? Froggy, what is your response to what Harley's saying?
I mean, this is what I say. Look, these are the fans who are buying the tickets, who are donating the money, and all this comes out of charity. So if the fans want me in the event, put me in the event. If the fans don't want me in the event, don't put me in the event. It's for charity, right?
Let's run a poll. Yo, Keem,
No,
run a
The
poll.
fan,
Run a poll.
I'm doing it on
honestly,
Twitter,
there's a
guys. I'm going to put a
quantifiable
Twitter
thing.
poll up
Run a
right
poll.
There's a
Let the people
quantifiable
decide.
thing.
Let the people decide.
But there's a quantifiable thing. Gideon said he would put up 100K. Don't play the weird Twitter poll. Fuck Twitter, Keem. It's not real. The people aren't real. Don't really count that as real life things. It's not. So
Okay, but you're saying that.
quantify
Wait,
this.
Harley.
Gideon
You're saying
Gideon
Twitter's
said he'd
not
put up
real. You're saying Twitter's not
100K.
real. Then why would she get mad?
You have a number. You have a real life number here. You have a thing that's real. It's said by a person. You can quantify it. You can measure it. You can put forth 100K if he were there. That was the thing that was said on this talk. Use that as a talking point. Fuck
Dude,
the
if
Twitter
Twitter's
poll.
not real, why are
Dumb
you
as
getting
hell.
so nervous at the thought of a poll? If all these people aren't leaving anyway.
Why
If
am I
Twitter's
nervous
not
of a
real, then
poll? I
why
don't
is
give a shit. I'm just
iDubbbz
trying to
wife's
tell you.
mom
I'm trying
getting
to
so
talk
mad?
sense to you guys to be like, yo, just so you know, the outcome of your Twitter poll doesn't actually mean shit. I hope we all understand that.
So
All
then what's
right,
the
I
problem
just
with
tweeted
hosting
out
it?
the Twitter
So
poll.
do
I
it.
just
It
tweeted
doesn't.
out
I'm
the
just
Twitter
saying you
poll.
could do it. Go ahead. I wasn't trying to stop the Twitter poll like it's going to reveal something. It's not. I'm just trying to talk sense. I feel like I'm far more interested in
I
Gideon
bet
saying he would give
Keemstar's
100K.
Twitter followers.
Harley. Going back to that question, knowing that Gideon would give $100,000, if you were to be asked right now, Harley, you know what, Harley, it's all up to you. Should Froggy get added back onto the card or should he remain off? What would you say?
I'd be like 100K.
Yeah, that's 100K. What would you
Let
say?
me talk to my accountant and I'll call you right back.
No, seriously though, would you say add him on or not?
That's what I would do. 100K.
So you'd add him on?
100K. I'd get on Twitter video. I'd be like, who else? How bad do you want Krispy Kreme at Creator Class?
But right
Who
now
else is
that's
putting
like
up that
100,000.
money? Let's buy
So
that
right now the actual
He's gonna
damage
get
is 100K.
redeployed.
Yeah,
This
there's
is a
100K damage being done
redeployment
right now by
here.
not having him on. That's actually a good point.
What?
There's
It's
$100,000
100K
damage.
worth of damages right now if you don't have Froggy Fresh on. Then that's what we know. That's what we can quantify. And 100,000 is a serious amount of cash.
That's. Well, I was saying it's quantifiable. That's the thing. It's
Real
not
quick,
it's not damages though.
Real quick, if I could
It's
have
potential.
the mic. If I could have the mic for 1 second. Guys, go to my Twitter. I just put out a Twitter poll. Should Froggy Fresh be in the event or should it be banned? Please go vote and retweet the tweet so we can reach people outside of this realm and maybe hit people that might actually be against, Froggy Fresh and not
Yeah,
just
I'm sure all of Keem's followers are gonna say Anissa's right. She's correct
That's why my followers don't agree with me. Are you kidding me? My followers disagree with me all the time.
Yeah, Keem
That's
gets
true.
ratioed under every single tweet.
That's true.
Yo, Keemstar, are you ever gonna hold a Happy Punch promotion like for your guys' self?
May 13th, Happy Punch event. We are going to run the prelims for KSI's next fight, and it's all ran by Happy Punch.
Harley, can you explain in your own words one way that you think Froggy got fucked in this situation? Just one way.
He did a thing and there was a reaction. The reaction, that amount is, I would.
Wouldn't you say it would have been more professional if they came to him and yo, you're doing too much on Twitter?
Calm down. What the tricky thing is, even Sam had come in here and said that he thought that there was something, that it may have been a thing with Froggy going down. He said that he thought that they were looking for potentially anything. That's a way that he felt. I also am aware that there is tension between Sam and iDubbbz. So it's hard to put myself in the position where I would go and be with Sam and spend days with him and then go on social media and take a shot at someone that
what the fuck? He went to Sam to train though.
What?
He went to
Bro,
Sam
bro,
train.
Froggy, all
Yeah.
you had to do was say that Sam like grabbed your phone and made the tweet, and this all would have been avoided.
Guys, we have a new tweet from Anissa. Anissa just tweeted out time to drink or 5.
Uh-oh.
Is she
Going
hanging
Also,
out
down.
at Just a Minx?
I voted for no. I voted for no on that thing because I thought it said no ban. Like I thought it meant like don't ban him, no ban.
Well, start it again. All of it's messed up. Start it again so we get a real
Nah, I
count.
tried to I
That
tried to
means
make it
something.
very clear. I wrote
Wait,
out
how can you
like,
see what Anissa's tweet is for Twitter's private?
because I'm in a group DM with a bunch of big YouTubers and they still follow her and they're sending me. Actually, one of the Creator Clash fighters is sending me the lowdown of what's happening.
We got an
It's
inside
Harley.
scoop.
Keem, I got the real inside scoop. Anissa is putting on Joker makeup right now.
I really
You know,
hope, bro,
like,
this is a
look,
situation where they wake up the next day and it's like cooler heads or something, and he gets back in. That's the only fucking victory I see out of it, or the only way this is amended. Like, otherwise, this shit is stupid as fuck to see.
Or
It's cringe.
you could do a 2v1 tag team box. You could get you get Froggy versus Anissa and her stepmom at the same time. Imagine they're both in there at the same time versus Froggy, and he's like bouncing around and fucking
man,
going crazy.
Can I speak for a minute for my personal experience with Creator Clash? Because
You cannot.
I absolutely love this event and I've been promoting it and supporting it and talking about it. Anything that's going to help grow influencer boxing, I'm for. And their event more aligns with like my style of entertainment with influencer boxing. So I promoted it a bunch the first time, and then iDubbbz like had a disagreement with me on how fights should be promoted, and he fucking dunked all over me, and it felt like a fucking knife in the back. But he did apologize for it. And now this go around, I was literally just talking to Anissa 2 days ago, and we're getting promo photos and stuff to put out on Happy Punch to help promote their event for free. Again, you know, we're just trying to help them. And I get banned because I covered this story on Twitter, or excuse me, blocked by Anissa.
Yeah.
So
it was nice of them to give you the photos for free, though.
But what I'm saying is like they overreacted by by blocking me. Like, what are you doing? Like, I didn't give my opinion. I just reported what was happening. Is somebody talking and it's lagging?
No.
I don't think so. Yeah, man, they're just they're really sensitive people, and there's something weird about them. There's something off. But I don't know if you subscribe to witchcraft or spellcraft and things like that, but I think pretty soon there's going to be something coming their way, courtesy of an Etsy page that you might have heard of. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna get a counter hex to put on you, Sam.
You'll see what I'm talking about. Hey, I got to head out. I got to hit the sack, but I'll talk to you guys later.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sam
Kenny.
Hyde. Well, I think we've pretty much exhausted everything we can say on this. I do know this. Froggy Fresh will have a fight in the future. I guarantee it. We'll make it happen. You know, there was an injustice with Sam Hyde in the past with Creator Clash, and we made it right there. We'll make it right with this again. But hey, at the end of the day, Anissa and iDubbbz can still put him back on the card. Obviously, it was a mistake taking him off, so we'll have to wait to find out. Any final thoughts from the panel?
I wanted to say, me going off and saying I was trying to share a perspective when I came in. I said I knew all of the players involved in this. Sam, Tyler, Anissa, iDubbbz. I like them all. I've had good experiences with them all. So when I came in here, even though I kept talking about iDubbbz, it was not anything against Tyler. I understand his perspective, and I don't think everyone does. And that's what the minimal information I had. He has more. They've had more interactions. There's a decision that he made, and I'm just kind of like, if it were me, I get it. If I were Froggy Fresh and I was removed from it and I would be annoyed, I would also get that. There's like, I understand it all. I'm just saying, I didn't want people to lose sight that it's going to be a great event. We're going to put on a great show April 15th. I'm probably going to get fucked up in there because I'm not boxing a Game Grump again. I'm boxing a WWE wrestler, and it's going to something that's important to me, the MS Society, and it's still for a good cause. And I hope this all gets sorted out. And I really do mean it, Tyler. Huge fan. I love spending time with you. I'm really sad that I raised my voice at all with you or anything like that. Maybe it was weird of me, but anyways, it's all stressful. Thanks for having me on. I probably shouldn't have come on. But
Gideon, final words.
We want Froggy Fresh.
Mutahar, final words.
Yo, Froggy Fresh better be in that ring, brother.
Nick, go ahead.
MS Society, Kids with Cancer, donate.
Augie, go ahead.
Hey, it's all fixable. I mean, literally, they can fix this tomorrow. Everything they were saying about that is correct. So, you know what to
Fix
do.
that shit tonight, brother. They can fix it in the next 10 minutes if they wanted to.
Yeah, y'all know what to do. Make it right.
Pizza, I will buy your OnlyFans if you let him back.
And Froggy Fresh, final word.
Whatever's best for charity and the fans.
Guys, I think we should raise hell and demand that Froggy Fresh gets put back on. Let's try to save his fight. If it doesn't go our favor, it doesn't go our favor.